Welcome back. Texas-owned President Lyndon Johnson led the country 100 years after Abraham Lincoln, but both made strides in the rights of minorities in America. Now a new exhibit at the LBJ Presidential Library celebrates both men's actions. This week, KXAN's Shannon Wolfson got the chance to tour that exhibit before 4 presidents visit.
On the University of Texas campus, inside the LBJ Library and Museum, enclosed in a modern glass case and together for the first time.
These are the 4 documents that form the foundation on which modern civil rights legislation is enacted.
One of the 48 copies of the Emancipation Proclamation signed by President Lincoln, the resolution proposing the 13th Amendment abolishing slavery in America, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, both signed by President Johnson.
As I'm sure someone who loves history, talk to me about what it feels like to stand here.
It's kind of an honor to be entrusted with such national treasures.
Next week, President Obama will tour this Cornerstones display.
It's really an honor to be able to get a stovepipe hat that was actually owned and worn by Abraham Lincoln.
Museum Registrar Mike McDonald says this is one of only 3 Lincoln hats still in existence, placed beside the pristine cowboy hat LBJ wore at his Stonewall Ranch.
Talk to me a little bit about these photographs.
There is this photo of the March on Washington in 1963, the bullet through the window that killed civil rights activist Medgar Evers.
What about this one?
And the Brown sisters in Topeka, Kansas.
They had to walk to this active train yard in order to go to school every day.
Finally, there is LBJ's famous American Promise speech on voting rights, complete with his handwritten notes.
The ultimate achievement of that is an African-American president.
That was Shannon Wolfson reporting. That exhibit will be on display at the LBJ Library through the end of the month. And this week, the library will host the Civil Rights Summit. We'll have complete coverage here on KXAN, and you can watch these 4 president speeches live streaming on KXAN.com. On Tuesday, President Jimmy Carter will speak. He'll be followed the next day by President Bill Clinton. And on Thursday, President Obama will give the keynote address at the summit, followed by a speech from President George W. Bush later in the day. Thank you for watching State of Texas in Depth. Join us every Sunday morning at 8:30. Meet the Press is coming up in just a few minutes here on KXAN. Have a great Sunday.